Greetings, everyone. My name is Pushkar Mantri, and I'm delighted to have you all here with us today. Before we start, I would like to thank you all for taking out the time to join us today. And I do understand how valuable your time is, and we'll aim to make this session more informative and engaging at the same time. We have also enabled our chat window, wherein I have my team here to tackle your burning questions. So keep them coming in, however quirky or challenging they might be. So let's move ahead now with the webinar. We today have loads of attendees. Some of you may already know us or heard about us. But for the sake of everyone, let me start with introducing SoftLink and Logis-Sys first. SoftLink Global? Well, we are a 3-decade-old organization headquartered in India, in Mumbai. Started back in mid-90s, today we have our own offices in US, India, Singapore, Philippines, and UAE. We are in process of starting one more in Netherlands, which should be out by the last quarter of this year. Whereas we have our customers in more than 45 countries across the globe. As a service provider for over 3 decades, we have literally witnessed the tech evolution, which has been linear for most of the time, but in the last few years, the change has been rapid, exponential, I would say. Ignoring the importance of technology has led to the downfall of many numerous giants like Nokia, Kodak, just to name a few. As Darwin said, survival of the fittest. Continuous evolution is the key. I'm sure many of you may remember in the early days, the entire documentation could be performed manually. Slowly, the expectations increased and typewriters came into place. Automated calculations was being expected. Slowly, steadily, the industry started moving towards being paperless. And now it's on verge wherein all the associated parties are to be connected. Blockchain has given the technology its wings in this case. And well, the future, which isn't too far and is highly unpredictable, but it's no-brainer to say that AI and robotics, data analytics, machine learning would play a major role. And hence, I strongly emphasize to embrace, invest, and utilize technology to its fullest. So what is Logis-Sys? Logis-Sys is not just a TMS or an FMS. We tend to call it as a complete end-to-end ERP, rather an all-in-one platform designed specifically for the freight forwarders and logistics management companies. Logis-Sys gives you a complete solution, a one-stop solution for all your needs, right from the first lead you may get to the actual balance sheet. It takes care of everything. Moreover, being modular in nature, you can pick and choose the modules you need, and in turn, the same would be made available to you in a completely integrated manner, so as to avoid any dual data entry and to have complete visibility and control across all your departments, rather than working in silos. But most importantly, it is extremely user-friendly and at the same time, very adaptive in nature. The application has been designed with the latest technology and is completely web-based. It is completely on cloud. So basically, the same can be accessed from anytime, anywhere, using any device. It is platform independent, it is device independent, as well as browser independent. The application is compatible on most of the browsers, be it Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, or even Safari for that matter. Now let's move further. Logis-Sys gives you power of continuity. What's that? As in, well, every good system becomes great only with the right people and proper implementation. This is where SoftLink plays a pivotal role, wherein we collaborate and work closely with our customers at all levels, right from the implementations, training, to the actual support, to the actual customer support. We take pride in our quick and hassle-free implementation program, wherein we tend to understand our customers' processes and try to map them within the application to give you complete control and automate your processes wherever possible. The training is not just any passive training, but it also comes with auditing, wherein we try to understand how well you have started utilizing the application and to what extent. And the same keeps on getting evolved and extended further. However good a system may be, it has to get backed up with right support. Again, our 24x7 support is via all channels. It is in a way omni-channel, via emails, via telephonic, or even online chat tools. And this is the reason wherein SoftLink in its 3 decades of existence has always experienced a very high customer retention ratio. Logis gives you power of integration. Well, it is an era of collaboration, right? To facilitate the same, what we have done is we have designed what we internally call it as a trade chain, basically layers on top of Logis to facilitate integrations with any third-party platform for whatever purpose with ease. We today have connected with airlines, with ocean carriers, wherein you can do your e-bookings, you can file your shipping instructions online. It supports electronic airway bills. You can track your containers or airway bills and get real-time visibility on those milestones. We support today manifest filings or security filings for multiple countries. Similarly, for various countries, again, electronic invoice also gets supported. We have also integrated with various banks to automate payments, to automate reconciliations. The system today also supports OCR, optical character reading, wherein documents like your purchase invoices or packing list that you receive from your vendors or customers can be scanned, and the relevant information gets fetched into the respective records in an automated manner. PDF reading, basically. That's power of integrations, guys. The era is of collaboration. As we speak, we keep on trying to identify what else is out there and what else can be incorporated within Logis to pass on those benefits to my customers or my prospects wherever applicable. Power of mobility. Again, in today's era, I term to say that geography has turned history. It doesn't matter where we are, right? As in we keep on traveling across the globe for various reasons. It could be personal or it could be professional. But with Logis, you get the power of mobility to stay connected with your work wherever you are. Mobile apps have been designed for various purposes. Mobile apps for salespeople, mobile apps for the management, mobile apps for field executives. Basically, it is to manage your business anytime and anywhere. When I say mobile apps for management, basically, it gives you a tool wherein the management can get alerted upon any delays or any wrongdoings across your processes or any milestones. The management can extract reports directly from the mobile app wherever and whenever they need. If any process or document requires approval from the management, again, the same can get facilitated from the mobile app. Mobile apps for salespeople. Again, a salesperson who is typically on the field can create or update his leads directly from the mobile app. He or she can update any activities or any conversation that he's having with his customers or with his prospects into the application via the mobile app. If he wants to refer any pricing information and so on, again, all these activities can happen via the mobile app, which becomes much more easier and much more faster. And lastly, mobile apps for field executives. Majorly, executives who are on the field, let's say at the port, or people who want to update milestones as and when they get completed, can do it via the mobile app as well. So various purposes are there for the mobile app. And as we speak, again, the same is also getting evolved. The same is also getting upgraded with every passing day. Now, most importantly, power of data analytics. in an era fueled by information, data has become a powerful asset. However, raw data alone is like a puzzle, right? As in with missing pieces. It holds potential, yes, but its true value can only be unlocked through the art and science of data analysis. This is where LogiBRAIN comes into place. LogiBRAIN makes that easy for you. And importantly, it is again mobile friendly. In other words, you can utilize your smartphone wherever and whenever needed to access LogiBRAIN. Let me just navigate to LogiBRAIN. Okay. So this is how the LogiBRAIN looks like. If you notice on top, it is nicely segregated. The analysis has been nicely segregated into multiple sections. The first one is shipment analysis. Second is sales analysis, operational analysis, financial analysis. Within each of these sections, there are multiple reports which have been pre-configured for you guys, for your analytical purpose and so on. Each of them, operational analysis, financial analysis. On the left-hand side, if you see, there are filters. If you want to filter these analytical reports on any filtering criteria that we have provided, like country, your branches, any particular date range, any particular transaction type or departments, or for a particular customer, and so on, you can do that with ease. Multiple filtering criteria can be applied at the same time to generate these reports. That is also possible. Of course, as you see, there are a few predefined reports available. But then again, like everything, LogiBRAIN is also pretty customizable in nature. If needed, additional reports can get designed as and when needed based on your requirement, based on your analysis, based on your internal processes. I would like to highlight a few valuable reports that I personally have enjoyed and I have seen that have significantly impacted my customers who have utilized this kind of tool. One of that is under sales analysis. If you notice here, there is a last shipment analysis. What is this? Basically, it is a customer inactivity report. This report provides critical insights into your customer base by identifying customers who have not given you any business or any shipments for the last 2 months or any customizable period that you specify. You have to select here. Let's say I will select 5. So duration 5. And if I want to analyze this further, I can drill through to understand various customers or various information associated with that. We can see here there are in total about 20 customers who have not given us business from the last 5 months. And then when I click on drill through, it gives me the entire list of the clients who have not given me any business from the last 5 months. So why this becomes important, as in what some of you may wonder, as in why these kind of reports or this particular report which I'm showcasing becomes important. And this is what I mean by data analytics. Firstly, this report helps you to identify your at-risk customers. Customers who have not engaged with your services recently might be on the verge of churning, and early identification allows you to take proactive measures to re-engage them. As we all know, a typical shipper or a typical consignee tends to keep his apples in multiple baskets. He's not going to give you his entire share, right? But it is always in our interest to get maximum, or if not maximum, at least it should be consistent. Now, with this kind of information at your fingertips, your sales and customer service teams can reach out proactively to these customers. This could involve personalized communication or special offers or understanding and addressing any issues they might be facing. Basically, it is up to you, right? But let's be honest, re-engaging inactive customers is always more cost-effective than acquiring new ones, right? It just becomes much more easier when we talk about our revenue streams. Additionally, the report helps you in allocating your resources more effectively. By knowing which customers are not currently active, you can focus your marketing and sales efforts on reactivating them, rather than spending time and resources on customers who are consistently engaged. And lastly, well, this report provides insights whether your decision making is in the right manner or not, or your processes are in a right manner or not, right? Basically, if a significant number of customers are becoming inactive, for me, that indicates a need to revisit your service offerings or your pricing strategy or even your customer service practices. Data analytics helps you in these various manners. In fact, I've seen a couple of my clients win back close to 25% of their customers by implementing these targeted re-engagement campaigns. And of course, that managed resulting in a significant boost in their revenue. Similarly, there are these performances report, monthly performance, trade lane performance, to understand which trade lane has been working for you. Again, all these reports are drill down reports. Trade lane performance, just click on more details, and it will give you a detailed analysis against those trade lane with regards to revenue and cost for each, or CBM activity, TU, shipment count, again. Because performance, when I say performance, is also a variable parameter, right? As in, how do you measure performances? For me, it could be in terms of profit. For you, it could be in terms of revenue. For someone, it could be in terms of jobs or shipment counts or CBM, TBU. There are so many variables associated. We have given you various criterias, and you define how you want to measure performances and in which segment. Typically, freight forwarders or logistics service providers are associated with many networks or many associations as well, right? Again, which network is working out for you? Whether it is JC Trans, whether it is WCA, which agents are working out for you, or even your internally, which salesperson has been giving you how much business? Salesperson performance report. Basically, these performance reports are nothing but scoreboards, right? Scoreboards giving you information about, could be your agents, could be your salespeople, could be your trade lanes, your internal departments, or your customers. Identifying top performance is like a breeze now with simple clicks. In turn, then it is up to you whether you want to just give them a high pie, a bonus, or maybe just a bigger slice of the cake, right? But of course, not everyone can be a rock star every day. So whenever we see someone is lagging, could be an agent or could be your internal team member, now that becomes a sign for you to maybe just give them a pep talk or just go out there and initiate your informal activities with them. There is another report. Just one moment. Booking through. Again, typically logistics business, right? As in, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. That's what is expected in this business. You tend to give business to your agents. And of course, in turn, you'd expect business from them as well. So again, this again helps you in understanding how much business you have given to your agents, and in turn, how much business he has given back to you. Your agent performance reports in a different angle. Yeah. The way I'm navigating page 1, page 2. So this typically multiple pages can be designed as the number of reports grow. The number of pages can keep on growing as per your need. Again, for LogiBRAIN, it can be user specific or user configured, wherein you can define which users can have visibility or access within LogiBRAIN and to which section and to which parameters. Again, completely configurable from that angle as well. Financial analysis. It could be, again, with regards to your monthly performances for each of the month, how it is working out. Your LOB, when I say LOB, it is line of business, air, ocean, land, import, export. Within Logis-Sys, again, you can create your own cost centers or departments, right? And based on which these performance reports can get generated the way you have configured Logis-Sys. You have to understand LogiBRAIN sits on top of Logis-Sys. Every day that your people are working, there is so much of data which is getting accumulated. And all that goes into Logis-Sys, into LogiBRAIN to give you that analytical information with simple clicks, with simple designing. If anything is missing here, if you end up finding that, okay, this particular report will give you more value and so on, the entire thing is configurable. Multiple reports as per your requirement can get added within LogiBRAIN as well. Basically, the idea is simple, right? And yet very meaningful. It is to give you a complete understanding of your own data in an easy to consume manner. We keep on reading about it, or we keep on hearing about it, that data is the new oil. But then, do we really understand all the data that is going in Logis-Sys every day, every minute? This particular tool, LogiBRAIN, gives you that ability to measure everything that's measurable. And once things are measured, let's analyze that, right? Analyze everything that's measured. And most importantly, and ultimately, derive decisions based on everything that's analyzed. Measure everything measurable, analyze everything measured, and derive decisions based on everything that's analyzed. So now this is LogiBRAIN, which is already there, right? Which is already working, already being used by many of our customers across the globe. But what's futures and what we are also working on is, there is another tool that we are working on internally on top of LogiBRAIN or in conjunction with LogiBRAIN. We internally, as of now, are referring it to as Logit Talk. We are estimating that it should get launched by the last quarter of this year. What is Logit Talk? Basically, well, most of you, if not everyone, most of you, I'm sure, have been exposed to tools like ChatGPT. What are these tools? As in, what is the tech behind these tools? There is a term called as NLP. NLP stands for Natural Language Processing. Basically, you pose a question or you pose whatever you need to ChatGPT in your own language, and ChatGPT will try to figure out and give you the relevant feedback or relevant output for the question that you have desired. Now, ChatGPT is being exposed to the entire World Wide Web. That is its entire resource. But imagine, what if a tool like ChatGPT, instead of the entire World Wide Web, it is being exposed only to Logis-Sys database. So then, if you think of it, now here when we talk about LogiBRAIN, you're looking at these reports and everything. So instead of, imagine a Logit Talk is a tool embedded within LogiBRAIN, wherein you will be just asking them a question in plain, simple language. As I said, like ChatGPT, NLP, natural language processing. In plain, simple language, you'll be posing a question, and then this particular tool scans the entire database and gives you the information that you desire. So this is another tool that we are working on, Logit Talk. As I said, it is not an official name as of now. It is something that we internally refer it to, and we are expecting it to get released by the last quarter of this year. It will be again a game changer. Again, as I said earlier, we have been trying to keep all these tools, could be LogiBRAIN, Logit Talk, and so on. We have been trying to keep all these tools mobile friendly, wherein you just utilize your mobile browser and work on that. So it becomes so much easier. Even, let's say, after a party, sitting, relaxing on a lounge chair, having a wine, if you want to understand any particular information with regards to your business, just pose the question and the information is available. But even without Logitalk, LogiBRAIN is still there. All the reports and everything can be accessed and can be generated with ease for your analytical purpose. As I've been saying, if there are any questions, please feel free to post it on the chat windows. And I have my team here to guide you and to support you on that, to answer whatever questions that you may have in mind. Of course, if at any given point of time, if you feel like you need any personalized sessions and a detailed talks between you and me, so that is always possible. You just have to reach out to us, and me or one of my team members will be happy to talk to you about these in detail. Okay, so let me go back. We talked about data analytics. Now, this is a time when I'm also gonna take, since you guys are already here, I thought I will just stretch it further and talk about one more thing that we had in mind, which is power of visibility. Your customers are always demanding, right? As in they would want real-time visibility, they would want ease of reporting, they would want whatever information they want to be available with ease and so on. So now we have these tools. We have a tool called as Logit Track. Basically, it is a customer portal. That's what I personally call it. A customer portal which can be embedded on your website, wherein your customers can come over and they can track their shipments. They can get automated alerts or notifications associated with their shipments, with their jobs, with the milestones that they want. They can send you online bookings. If you need any approvals from them, again, that can happen online via the Logit Track portal. Again, the same idea. This portal as well is, first, it is configurable and can be embedded on your website. Second, it is white labeled, implying your customers sees your logo and not mine. So that is second, it is white labeled. And third, equally important, it is also mobile friendly, implying your customers again can just utilize their mobile screens, open up their browsers and come to your website and utilize these customer portals. In fact, let me just showcase you those. Okay. So what you see on the screen, this particular box here, similar to this box, something similar gets embedded on your website, wherein your customers comes in, he will log in with the relevant credentials that you have provided to him. Each of your customers can have their own set of credentials. You have to define which customers will have this privilege and who may not, and so on. Again, even here, there are various dashboards, high-level information, which once your customer logs in, he gets to see whatever, dashboards associated with shipping lines, shipment current status, which shipments are at which statuses, and so on. These are again configurable, filtered. If you can see here, your customers can filter it based on which mode, air or ocean or land. Oops, sorry. And whether it is domestic, if it is international, whether it is inward, that is imports, or outward, that is exports, and so on. There are multiple, again, segregation or sections here. The first one is dashboard. The next section I have here is shipments, wherein all the shipments that have been created for your customers by you gets listed down. In turn, if your customer wants to review any particular shipment, he just have to click on it. And all the relevant information associated with that shipment or that job is available to him. Associated with these jobs, if you have shared any documents, those would also be available here for your customers to review or extract based on their needs. Bookings, if me as a customer of yours, if I want to send you any particular online inquiries or online bookings, I can come over here and I can click on new cargo booking and I send the basic information, what kind of services I need from you, whether it is just forwarding or it inclusive of customs and transport. What kind of transport mode we are talking about, export or import? Is it air or ocean? Accordingly, the relevant fields associated with, if it is let's say if it is sea and export. So who is the consignee? The consignee details the addresses, what kind of cargo type we are talking about, FCL or LCL, what kind of business, origin, destination, and so on. So your customer can enter all these details. Again, if your customer wants to attach any documents associated with this booking, he can do that. Whenever your customer does this, it again, all this information comes over and sits within Logis for the respective executive or respective salesperson to take it forward, or the respective account manager to take it forward, wherein either the booking can get accepted, or of course, there is a possibility that the booking can get rejected as well. And then the relevant notification goes back to your customers. Again, similar to LogiBRAIN, Logit Track also sits on top of Logis-Sys. Whatever Logis-Sys is your core, whatever happens within Logis-Sys can get then available within Logit Track for your customers to view. Again, here there is a document section where I can add one or multiple documents. If I want to associate those documents to an existing job or to a new booking, I can do that and click on submit. So those documents comes and sits within Logis-Sys associated with the relevant jobs. Lastly, invoices. Me as a client, if I want to see all the pending invoices, not just pending, basically statement of accounts, all the invoices that you have created for me till date, I get to see all those here. There's the invoice number, the date, invoiced amount, outstanding, due date, overdue days, and so on. These are again quick links. I click on it and the respective invoice opens up. Many times, this is a typical problem or a typical excuse which certain clients do come out with, that we have not yet received your invoice and so on, and that is the reason behind the delay of payments and so on. So now with Logit Track, everything is available on the web, on the portal, and they can extract the information whenever they want. Lastly, just the last function here, approvals. If you have, if you need certain approvals from your customers, approvals on, let's say, airway bills or HBLs and so on. So again, that can happen via the Logit Track portal. So let's say for sea export shipment, there is checklist, or let's say HBL. So now when I click on it, I get to see the actual HBL. In turn, I can review it. If I find everything is good, I can click on approve, or I can click on reject, giving my corrections. All these things again can happen within Logit Track with your customers, ease of communication, and so on. I see there are a couple of questions. So there's a question from Shlok Shetty, how you capture AHT and time taken for each task to generate the operational data analytics. How are you doing document processing automation at scale and across processes? And do you offer demand forecast and freight planning tools? Good question there. Talking about your first, so now within Logis-Sys, we have a tool called as workflow. Workflow mechanism. Basically, it is nothing but a simple process flow. Let's call it as a process flow, wherein your processes with your milestones and your checklist can be defined within Logis-Sys. Now, these milestones or this checklist can also be defined whether you want to keep them mandatory or optional, and if you want to govern them with a particular time frame. As an example, let's say there is a process of yours wherein an activity called as billing. Billing is something that everyone here can relate to. So I'm saying billing. So let's say an activity called as billing needs to get completed within 48 hours of shipment departure. So now you can define that within your processes, that there is this milestone billing and it is mandatory in nature and it needs to get completed within 48 hours of ATD. ATD is your actual time of departure. So now if the ATD is 11th of June, now automatically the system understands that there is this task which needs to get completed by 13th of June. Now there are two things which will happen. On 11th of June, as the ATD gets updated, the system will automatically alert the respective department heads or the respective users that, hey, this particular job is now ready to be for the next stage, which is billing. Second, if there is any delay, that is, let's say, the billing is still not done, by 12th, there will be another reminder which will go to them. But if it's still not done, then automatically on 13th, it will get escalated to his superiors or his manager or their team leaders and so on. So the escalations are also there. In this process, in this way, all your tasks and milestones have those, the system identifies which milestone has taken how much time, which milestones and which processes have been done in time and which have been delayed as per your requirements, and based on which the analytics happen, and it showcasing you that which department or which processes are on time and which tends to have delays on a regular basis and so on. Do you offer demand forecast and freight planning tools? No, at the moment we don't do demand forecast. But yes, predictive analytics, AI, and tools are there, which we are also trying to utilize, trying to identify how the same can be utilized within Logis for our customers to address these requirements as well. Okay, there is one more question from Rajni. Hello, whether notifications will go for pending pro forma invoice or for final invoice or for both? Again, it is as per you. Typically, now let me talk about that in detail. First is when we say notifications, that is within Logis, that usually happens on final invoice internally. If an invoice is not getting generated on time and so on, the explanation I gave to Shlok. Similarly, in an automated fashion, a notification, once the invoices get, final invoice I'm talking about, once a final invoice is getting generated, the system can automatically send notification to your customers as well from the system. Talking about Proforma, talking about Logit Track, where we saw the invoices, here it is up to you. If you want Proforma invoices to be also available, it can be made available with a particular flag, because of course there should be a segregation, which are the final invoices and which are Proforma invoices. So invoices can be made available in Logit Track, both Proforma as well as final, with those flags in place. Any other questions, guys? Questions are always good. It at least helps me in understanding that you have been listening to what I've been trying to say. Yeah, as in, I had this agenda in my mind. Few of our clientele across the globe, as I've been saying, we have clients in more than 40, 45 countries across the globe today. Of course, we started in India, so our, traditionally our strength has been the Indian sector, but today, apart from India, we are pretty strong across Southeast Asia, in Americas, and growing pretty well in North Africa, Middle East, and Europe segment as well. Thank you again, everyone, for your time and your patience with us. Okay, I have a few more questions here from Sudhakar. Can I get TAT report from workflow based on LAB? Absolutely, Sudhakar. You can get that TAT reports based on workflow that you have defined for each of your line of business, air, ocean, land, import, export. In fact, not just that. If you want, you can also create workflows specifically for a client. As an example, let's say you have designed a workflow for air export department, but if it is Dell, Dell as an if it is Dell laptops, Panasonic, let's say, as a customer of yours, and if it is air export, then there are a different set of processes which are getting followed. So there can be what I'm trying to say, there can be also customer specific workflows associated on LOBs, which can be designed by you. And then, of course, you can get your TAT reports. I have another question from Vilas. Apart from Logis-Sys, can it be integrated with any other software? By it, I am assuming you're talking about LogiBRAIN or Logi Track. Logi Track, no. Logi Track basically sits on top of Logis-Sys. Obviously, the data comes out and all the data is available within Logis-Sys by default. But LogiBRAIN, technically, yes. LogiBRAIN, if needed, can get exposed to multiple data sources. I will say data sources. One is Logis-Sys. Similarly, if you want, it can get exposed to multiple data sources, or you in turn can club everything together in an external place and create your own BIs as well. It is up to you. But to answer your question with ease, the answer is yes. Yep. I assumed it, Vilas, that you're talking about LogiBRAIN. Yep. Any other questions, guys? We'll wait for a minute or so, or else I will thank you all once again to participate and be available for this webinar. And I hope it was illuminating and gave you some insights with regards to what we have been doing and how LogiBrain, Logis-Sys, or Logitalk and Logit Track can help you in automating certain aspects of your business processes. TAT reports in LogiBrain. Sudhakar, yes, any kind of reports can get designed within LogiBrain, inclusive of TAT. In fact, TAT report is already part of LogiBrain. I'll just repeat with regards to LogiBrain. There are various reports which are already have been designed based on our understanding, as well as we keep on getting feedback from our existing customers who are using LogiBrain. And whenever we find something is pretty cool, we tend to design them as a standard report within LogiBrain as well. Having said that, the tool is configurable and customizable, wherein if there is any particular report which you think is not available, but it is very relevant and you need that, it can get designed specifically for your organization as well. Dhananjay has a question. Can we get these reports in PPT form? I'm not sure, Dhananjay, what you mean by PPT form, but these reports can get extracted in Excel sheets if you want to send it to your customers. And of course, they are available as graphical charts, which we have been seeing in LogiBrain. Rajni has a question. Rajni has another question. Shall appreciate if you advise if shipment tracking will be as per soft link or it can be customized milestone. Rajni, it is completely customizable, as in configurable. Let's, I prefer the word, I prefer using the word called as configuration. But yes, it is completely configurable as per your needs and as per your processes, as per your milestones that you need. You can create your milestones as part of your shipment tracking. And when you also, let us go further. So now when you are defining your milestones, you can also define these milestones as internal or external. Internal milestones are milestones which stays with you, and external milestones are the milestones which gets published on Logi Track onto the customer portal. So the milestones also are configured in two aspects, internal and external. Okay. Okay, Rajni has one more. So whether client will require to log in to view the shipment tracking? Yes, as in if it is Logi Track, of course, the client can come to your website and he can log in to review his jobs, to check out the shipment tracking. Having said that, within Logis-Sys, there are then daily status reports and so on, which can go out to your clients on a periodic basis. Could be daily or could be alternate days, up to you. And then in those reports as well, you can decide which column should be made part of the report and which milestone should be made part of that report. And then those reports go out to your client. So that in a way is passive. Your customers will get those reports in a stipulated period of time, periodic time that you have defined in emails in a CSV format. But if your customers wants to come to your portal, of course, they will have to log in. Each client of yours will have their own credentials. From marketing purpose also, if I have to be honest, it also helps the organization like yours, wherein your customers then tend to come to your website to do that. So in other words, the hits on the website starts increasing, right? There are more number of people coming onto your website. So even from the Google Analytics purpose, it is pretty. It turns out pretty awesome, where because the website ranking increases because there are more visitors onto the website, which is also good from marketing angle. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you again for being part of this session. And of course, as I've said earlier, if there are any questions, there is always a possibility that as you sleep over it, there are new questions which comes into your mind. And if that happens, do feel free to reach out to me or to my entire team, to SoftLink in general, and we'll be happy to answer your doubts or your questions. And if needed, to schedule any personalized sessions for you as well. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a good day.